back to my channel. So lately I've been really enjoying just doing a flat herringbone stitch with size 8 seed beads. And I've done 3 different ones here. This one has 10 rows across of 8 O's, and these 2 have 8. And I've just picked different colors out to make a patchwork design. And I'm just having so much fun with it. So if this is something you'd like to see, please hit the like button, come back, and we'll get started. Okay, so for this bracelet, I've decided to use different shades of blue and teal. So I've got all 8 O's here, and we're gonna also need some 15 O's for the side. I've got 2 jump rings, 2 wire guards, and a toggle clasp. I've threaded my needle with size 8 Fireline, and it's a size 11 beading needle. You could also use 10. So to start out herringbone, you always start with ladder stitch. So I'm going to start picking up my first color. I'm going to pick up 4, 8 O's. I'm going to bring those down. I'm not using a stop bead. You can if you want to, but I don't feel it's necessary to use one with this one because I'm just going to automatically go up the first 2, pull, and that sits them right next to each other like this. Then I'm going to go down that next group of 2, pick up 2 more, coming out of the bottom of this bead, I'm going to go through the top like that. Then I'm just going to go right up that set of 2 that I just put on. And they're not going to sit perfectly yet until we go back and sew through them after we've got all of our ladder stitches on. Pick up 2 more. Coming out of the top, I'm going to go through the bottom. Coming out of the top of this set of 2, I'm going to go down. Pick up 2 more. Coming out of the bottom, go through the top. Go up through that last group of 2. Now I've got 5 sets on. I'm going to put 8. Pick up 2 more. Go through the bottom. Come through the top. We've got 6. Do the same thing. Come through the opposite side of what your thread's coming out. Then go up that set of 2 that you just put on. Now we've got 7. I've got 1 more group of 2. Coming out of the top, I'm going to go through the bottom. Two, four, six, eight. So it's going to be 8 beads wide, and this is what you have. So I'm coming out of the bottom of this group of 2. I'm just going to go back and sew through all of them again to reinforce and have them sit a little bit nicer. So I'm coming out of the top, just going to go back like so. Up. All right. So now I'm just going to flip my work as I'm working right to left. We've got our ladder stitch on, and now we're going to start with the herringbone. So you're coming out of the top of this bead here. You're going to pick up 2 more beads and go through the next bead, just the one, pull through, and that sets 2 beads on the top of the ladder stitch. And you're going to take your needle and go up 1, just the one, pick up 2 more, go down 1, then up 1, pick up 2 more, go down 1, then up 1, and until you get some length on it, it's a little awkward. That's just the nature of it. So we're coming out of the top of this bead here. We're just going to go down 1, and that will be our first row of herringbone. Going to flip my work, and I'm going to pick up 3 15-ohs. And I'm going to go up this top bead here. And what that does is it kind of hides the thread and decorates the sides. And we're just going to start with our next row. Pick up 2. Coming out of this top bead here, I'm going to go down 1, whoop, down 1, up 1. Sorry if I'm getting a little out of frame there. Let's do that again. Pick up 2, go down 1, up 1. So that's kind of your mantra. Down 1, up 1, down 1, up 1. And that's basically it. What we're going to do is just switch colors and do that for the entire length of the bracelet. Down one, up one, pick up two, down one. I'm going to flip my work and add the 3 15-ohs on the side. Go right through that top one there. All right, now I'm going to do my next row. Okay, I'll do another row. Pick up 2, coming out of this top bead, go down 1, make sure that it sits nicely, and then go up 1. Pick up 2, go down 1, and then up the next set of 2. Pick up 2, go down 1, up 1, pick up 2, down this last one, I'm going to flip my work over and add the 3 15-ohs on the side. Just coming out of the bottom of this bead here, just going to sew right up through that end bead, and then you're just going to start the next row. So until we get to the end where we do the brick stitch, this is the brick stitch ending. I'll be back periodically when I start a new color, just to show you, but in the interest of time, that's basically it. Just go back and forth till you get the length of your bracelet. So I'll be back. Okay, so I've done a whole section of my next color, which was this, and I'm making mine 10 rows. So that's 2, 4, 6, 8, 10 for each square. I'm going to go on to my next color now. Pick up 2, coming out of the top of this bead here, go down like so, pull, and then you're going to go up that next bead. Now I've added thread, so you will have to add thread. So start out with a comfortable amount of thread, and then you will have to add. I believe I do have a video where I show you how to add thread. If not, I can certainly do that again. I'll double check on that. So I'm coming out of this bead here. I'm going to go down 1. Up 1. That was my cat. She likes to open and close doors. Go coming out of this bead, go up 1. Go down 1. Up 1. Pick up the last 2 for this row of cream colored beads. Go down this last bead. Flip it over, add the 3 15-0s on the side, and that covers the thread and decorates the side, gives it a nice little lacy look. Go up that first bead. Okay, I'm going to do another row here, pick up 2, go down 1. Now I have seen people just do it all in one fell swoop like this. Go down 1, up 1, like that. And that works too, but I feel like my beads stay uniform when I just go down 1, up 1 without doing it all in one stitch. Do you. I'll show you that again. We're going down 1 and then up the next, but you can also do like that. Coming out of this bead here, go down 1. Up 1. The last 2 on this row. And then down 1. Make sure the beads sit nicely. Then I'm going to turn my work over, put on the 3 15-0s on the side. And you want to keep your tension tight, but not too tight. Tight enough so that there's not too much room between the beads. Down 1, up 1, pick up 2, down 1, up 1, pick up 2, down 1, up 1, whoop, make sure the beads are sitting nicely. Pick up my last 2 for this row, go down that last bead, tail thread caught there. I'm going to turn it around, pick up 3 15-0s coming out of this bead here. Going to go up that first cream colored bead, pick up 2, down 1, up 1, pick up 2, down 1, up 1, pick up 2, down 1, up 1, and then the last 2, turn it over, add the 3 15-0s on the side, and go up. So I'm going to finish out the rest of my colors, and then I'll be back to show you how to put on the brick stitch. So go ahead, have fun. I would love to see the colors, or let me know in the comments what colors you're using. So I will be back. So I've got all of my colors on, and I've done 5. And when I measure this, it measures just under 5 inches. So you'll have to kind of play with it to see how many squares it takes for your wrist. I've got about a 7-inch wrist, so I like to do about 6 inches of beading, and then, you know, save an inch for the clasp. So I'm coming out of my last color up here, and if you look real closely, they're not sewn together, these groups of 2. So before I put the brick stitch on, I've got to go down. You can either go down 1 or 2. And then you're going to go up the next row. And then I'm going to go back 1 so that I'm sewing all these units together. I'm going to go back up, down, do 1 or 2. Now I'm going to go back again because I've got to sew these 2 groups of 2 together. Up. Go down. Then up the next group of 2. Back once again. Up, down, and I'm just going to sew back and forth till I get to this end again. Okay, and go down and up. All right, so now there is a thread bridge between all of these beads, which we're going to use to do brick stitch. So to begin the first row of brick stitch, we want to decrease each time. So I'm not going to go through this first thread bridge. I'm going to go through the second. So I'm going to pick up 2. I've decided to use white as my brick stitch color. Pick up 2, skip this thread bridge, go underneath, that one, pull through, and then you're just going to go up this last bead that you just put on. Now just pick up 1 bead, go through the next thread bridge, which is this here. Whoop. Pull, and then you're going to go up that bead. I am going to pick up one more bead, go through the next thread bridge, go up like so. Pick up another bead, go through the next thread bridge, right underneath there, and then up through that bead you just put on. Okay. Pick up another bead, go underneath, and then up that bead you just put on. Pick up the last bead for this row of brick stitch, and you're coming underneath that last thread bridge. Go up. All right, I'm gonna turn my work around, and we're gonna do the same thing. We're gonna decrease, so we're not gonna go through this thread bridge. We're gonna go through underneath this one. So I'm gonna pick up 2. You always start with 2 on the next row. Skip this thread bridge, go underneath like so. And then you're gonna go up that bead. Pick up 1 bead now, go through underneath the next thread bridge, and then go up through that bead you just put on. One more bead underneath the next thread bridge, one more bead, and then the last bead for this row, and then up. Going to turn it around. We're going to do the same thing. We're not going to go through this thread bridge. We're going to go through the second one, picking up 2 beads. Coming out of the top of this bead, skipping this thread bridge, and going underneath that next one. Like that. Then up through that bead, that second bead you just put on. One more bead underneath the next thread bridge. Okay, so see how it's starting the triangle going up, we're decreasing a bead each time. I'm going to turn it around, do the same thing on this row, pick up 2, skip the first, go through the second, and then up through that bead. Pick up 1, pick up 1 underneath that last thread bridge for this row, pull tight, turn it over, pick up 2. Now don't go underneath the first one, but the second one. Pick up 1, go underneath that last thread bridge, going to turn it, and now we've only got 2 thread bridges left. Thread bridges, thread bridge. Pick up 2, go underneath that second one, like so, and then go up. All right, and I'm just going to now put the wire guard on. So I'm going to pick up my wire guard, going through that first groove, pull through, bring it down, go through the other side, like so, and then through that first bead. And pull through, making sure the thread stays between the grooves, these 2 grooves here, or this one groove, 2 sides. And I'm going to just reinforce that, go up this bead, up through that next, or that side of the wire guard again. And then down, and then I'm going to go through another bead, and then I am just going to sew my threads in, do the other side just the exact same way. I saved a long tail. I don't know if I mentioned that at the beginning. I left a good foot and a half of thread to do the other side once we complete this one. So I'm going to go off and do that. Then I'll be back, and I've decided on a new clasp. That happens sometimes when I'm beading. I just like, oh, maybe I want to try something different. So I will be back and we'll add the clasp. I've gone ahead and put the other side on, the brick stitch with the wire guard. And so once you get that done, once you get the wire guards on, you can add whatever clasp you want. Like I said, I changed my mind. I want to do an extender chain, and I've got a little charm I'm going to put on the extender chain with a lobster claw clasp. So I'm going to pick up my jump ring, I'm going to open it up, and on one side I'm going to put my lobster claw clasp, bring that through, Close it up. And I think I will put my charm on before I put the other side of the extender chain on. So I'm just picking up a jump ring, put that charm through, put it through whatever link you want to on the extender chain. Okay. And then I think I want it closer to the actual bracelet. So I'm going to put it on bear with me here, like this. So I'm going to pick up my last jump ring here. And you always open it up like a door, not pull it apart. You just take your pliers. Make sure you know where the opening is, open it up. I'm going to grab my extender chain, pull it through that wire guard and close it up. And there we have it. My finished bracelet with my extender chain with the charm. Okay, and here's what it looks like on the wrist. I've got the lobster claw with the little charm there. I do have to tell you, the older I get, the harder it is for me to clasp anything with a lobster claw. So it's probably easier with the toggle clasp, but any clasp you want to put on would be beautiful. So I hope you enjoyed this video. I want to thank you so much for joining me. I truly appreciate you taking time out of your day to spend time with me and share my love of beading. I hope to bring you more videos in the coming new year. I do work a full-time day job, so when I'm filming, it's usually at nights or weekends. So if you did enjoy this, I'd appreciate it if you hit that like button, ring that bell, and you'll be notified of any time I upload a new video. Have a great rest of your day, and I'll see you next time.